Hello everyone, we're back with another edition of Radio Free Decipher. With me as always is Evan Lorentz.
Hey Kyle, how you doing?
Very good, sir. And today we got some fun stuff we're going to be talking about. Some Star Wars information first.
A lot of Star Wars information.
Some information about the upcoming DragonCon in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're going to follow it up with a special appearance coming in today from Tim Ellington, one of the Star Trek CCG designers.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really good. He's going to be talking a lot of stuff about the Trouble with Tribbles set that's coming up, stuff like that. So let's jump right into it today.
Okay.
We got some good news from our local Jedi Knight, Mr. Juz Pakes. He said that this coming Monday on Decipher.com we're going to have the brand new Star Wars CRD, current rulings document, is going to be posted on Monday. So
that should make a lot of players
really
happy.
Important. Yep.
Good.
We also have a new ruling that was passed down from Justin that's actually on Decipher.com as well right now, having to deal with timed games and the new rules associated with that. So everyone, please be sure and check that out. It's on Decipher.com as we speak.
Right.
So
hands down ruling.
The new hands down ruling.
Just for Star Wars.
Correct. These new tournament rulings are just for Star Wars. They are not for Young Jedi, and they are not for Star Trek.
Okay.
So moving right along, we also had some good news recently with a street date announcement from Third Anthology.
Yes.
So that's really good.
That's
June 14th. Yep, June 14th. That's a week from this coming Wednesday. So yeah, not very far. Everybody's going to get to see those last three cards. Three cards have not been announced yet. We've already seen RTD2 and Red 5. We've seen the Light Side Objective, Masasi Base Operations, and we've seen Prisoner
2187.
2187. I was going to say some big number that's in the thousands. I don't really know. I can't remember the exact number. So.
And there's still more good Star Wars news.
Yeah,
pre-release tournaments as well.
Absolutely. It was announced on Decipher.com this last week that there are going to be 6 major pre-release tournaments for Death Star 2 happening on June 24th. That's Saturday, June 24th. The 6 locations are Neutral Ground in Mountain View, the Sentry Box in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Collector Mania in Denver, Colorado, Browser Games in Houston, Texas, Siberia, a Gamers Haven in Normal, Illinois, and Gamers Guild just north of Albany, New York, in Clifton Park, New York. So.
And all of you out there, I want you to know Kyle just did that off the top of his head. There are no notes in front of him.
Yeah, well, I've been working on helping set those up, and I've been talking to all those retailers at length. So these are going to be really, really cool events. It's everybody's going to get a pre-constructed starter deck. They're going to get 2 Death Star 2 booster packs and 1 Endor booster pack. The cost for each event is going to be $25, and the most important part of all of this is that you must pre-register for these events. There are 100 spots available at each one of these pre-release tournaments, and the seats are going to go fast. So please, the information is on our website. Look up the number for the store that you want to go to, and please give them a call. They all have a list of people to register, and they're even going to have a standby list, so please give those people a call. So,
all right. Speaking
Speaking of Death Star 2 tournaments, pre-release tournaments, there's going to be actually a 7th pre-release tournament at DragonCon. So let's get Jim Colson on the line and talk to Jim Colson, because he's one of the guys helping us set everything up at DragonCon. All right, so we have Jim here on the line with us. Jim, let's talk a little bit about the differences with the the Death Star 2 pre-release at DragonCon.
All right, I'm really excited about being at DragonCon again this year. This is going to be a lot of fun. The Death Star 2 pre-release at DragonCon is an unlimited sign-up tournament. So
excellent.
Come on, come one, come all. We'll have plenty of room for everybody to play. So don't feel like you have to rush and get signed up. You do want to sign up, but you won't be limited to just 100 warm bodies. We'll have unlimited sign-ups for the DragonCon event.
Excellent. Well, that's a big difference between the ones that are happening on the 24th of June and the ones and the one at DragonCon. So that's really, really key. So there actually will be no pre-registration for that event, since everybody that shows up is going to be able to play. So that's good.
Yeah.
So what else do we got going on at DragonCon this weekend? That weekend?
Well, the weekend of Thursday, the 29th of June through Sunday, the 2nd of July. If you weren't exactly sure when DragonCon is, that's when it is just loaded with stuff. We have almost 20 tournaments going on between regular Star Wars and Young Jedi and Star Trek and Austin Powers. there's two major opens going on. The Star Wars Open happens on Friday, the 30th of June. Be sure and come and get registered early, because we plan on starting promptly on time at 1 o'clock. So
Excellent.
they'll have a registration set up at 11 o'clock.
And there are two other opens, right?
That's correct. On Saturday, July the 1st, is the Star Trek Open. It also starts registering at 11 o'clock and begins promptly at 1 p.m. So don't be late. Show up early, get registered, and on site, and have a lot of fun playing in these opens. And the final open is, of course, the Young Jedi Open. And it's the basic same, show up at 11 and get registered, and play begins at 1 o'clock. So in years past, sometimes the lines for registering for the convention, getting your convention pass, have been quite long at Dragon.
I remember that 2 years ago. It was like a 4-hour wait just to get your badge to get into the show, and so a lot of people were missing out on some early tournaments because of that.
That's right. So don't show up at noon thinking you're going to get into the Open at 1. It's probably might not happen. So be prepared to get registered into the con early, or pre-register over the net or something.
Absolutely. That's good advice. Good advice, Jim. Anything else that they can look forward to that weekend?
Sure. Team tournaments. We're going to have Star Wars team tournaments and Star Trek team tournaments. So get your teams assembled and come down and do some team beatdown down in the South.
Should be a good time.
See how it goes. We got uncut sheets floating around for some winners of those tournaments, and we also have a bunch of other cool prizes, like not necessarily just for the team tournaments, but like we might be giving away some foils and some things like that. So
good stuff. I know I'm looking forward to DragonCon. I have never been before, so this will be my first time.
Ooh.
Trial by fire.
We'll have to make sure that you're properly inducted into the DragonCon experience.
Looking forward to it.
And fortunately, there's no duct tape involved.
No duct tape involved. That'll be a relief.
All right, Jim. Well, that sounds really good, and we'll make sure and get as many people down there for you, so we'll have some good tournaments and good turnout. Decipher's going to be down there in full force that weekend with Jim, and we're going to have a good time and do lots of demos and play lots of games and stay up way too late, so that sounds a lot of fun. All right, Jim.
If you want to know the full-blown schedule, of course, they'll be up on Decipher's website, but all the tournaments are currently posted right now on the DragonCon website at www.dragoncon.org.
Well, we'll be sure and check that out. All right, thanks a lot, Jim, for being with us today, and you take it easy down there. I know it's been hot down there, so you're probably, sweating it out. So
not as hot as Arizona.
Oh, you were in Arizona, huh?
I was, but now I'm back home in Alabama.
All right, man. Well, at least in Arizona there's no humidity. All right. Thanks a lot for being with us today, Jim.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Okay, so now we're going to turn to Star Trek here. We have Tim Ellington with us. Say hello.
Good afternoon, Evan.
Welcome here, Tim.
Thank you, Kyle.
Works on our design team for Star Trek CCG, and you've got some Tribbles news to share with us.
Well, a little bit here and there. We're moving right along with the set. So,
yeah. How does it stand right now?
Well, we're in what we call the orange bar process.
The orange bar.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
The design work for the set is done, and we have approvals from Paramount, and so we're now moving into the production phase of the set. So,
okay.
So production equals orange bar.
Yeah, orange bar on our own
right.
scheduling thing. We obviously still don't have a set street date yet because we have several things to schedule for production, like printing and packaging, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So. But we're at that phase now, so
that's good.
Moving right along.
And of course, production's a little more complicated than it can be because we've got starter decks going on this time, rule book, all these different pieces.
Absolutely, yeah. There are normally in the past when we've had an expansion set, it's just booster packs in a box, a display box, and so now we've got the regular booster packs. We've got 2 starter decks, and of course we've got the Tribbles game as a multiplayer standalone game. So we've got several elements to contend with production issues for this set.
Okay, well, let's talk about a couple of those pieces. The starter decks in particular, they are pre-constructed.
Yes.
And they have been designed to work against each other?
Yes, one's a Klingon affiliation deck, one's a Federation affiliation deck, and they have been designed primarily to play against each other, but you can use those in as a regular deck. Obviously, they probably won't be as strong as a as a customized deck, But I think they'll provide a good play environment for a beginning player, especially if they're playing against each other.
Okay.
Each of the constructed decks.
And of course, we'd mentioned last week about getting Lieutenant Sisko and Captain Koloth as the premium fixed cards in those sets. There's some other things that are going to be neat for some players and collectors in there as well.
Yeah, the starter decks are pre-constructed. Each starter deck has the preview cards, the premium cards for Lieutenant Sisko and Captain Koloth. And the decks are a real deck. They're not just a premium card and 59 common cards thrown together. They are each deck has 2 fixed rares, and each deck has 12, 13, 14 uncommons and the rest commons. I can't remember the exact mix right off the top of my head, but they're tried. We try to mix cards in from almost every set.
And some of those are cards that have errata on them in the game environment, right?
We tried to include some cards that would allow us to reprint cards that we've errated over the years. I think there are probably 11 or 12 cards that will have reprinted game text on them. So that's an added feature of the pre-con decks.
Those of us who want to put our good sets together.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you'll get some of those new cards, and there's also going to be a little bit of a surprise for some of the collectors.
A surprise.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, I can't go into that right now, but there's a surprise feature in the starter decks that I think people will find
cool.
Okay.
Cool. Hey Tim, can you tell us how many cards are in the pre-constructed starter deck?
60 cards.
60
Each deck's
cards
a 60 card deck.
Okay. Does that break down evenly between seed deck and draw deck?
The seed decks and draw decks for the 2 decks are a little bit different. The decks aren't parallel in that sense. And we made some concessions in one of the decks to allow for a small triple side deck.
Oh, very cool.
To go in. So you're not going to have the same number of seed cards and draw deck cards in each deck, but the decks are designed to play against each other, and they're fairly balanced against each other, so the relative strengths are about the
cool.
same.
So we will see Tribbles on some cards in the pre-constructed starter.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, good. Sounds like it'll be a really good environment for sealed deck play. So.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Good.
We enjoyed playing them.
Yeah. We also enjoyed playing the Tribbles game within a game. A lot of that going around the office.
Yeah, that's the game du jour now.
Tell us how that came about.
Well, we were looking for ways to take the marquee element of the set, Trouble with Tribbles, and make Tribbles as desirable as possible. And so we decided to come up with a game within a game, making Tribbles playable in a completely separate, completely different game environment. And I think we've done a really good job. I think the game designer...
You've done a really well job. Really, really good job.
Well,
did you come up with it, man? Come up with it?
I came up with the idea of having the game within the game. Tom Bronlick and Raleigh Tesh did the original game design for the triple side game. Well, it's not a side game. It's a game by itself.
Right.
And I think they did a really nice job.
Very good job.
And
just about everyone in the office has played it at some point or another.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Evan, you and I are heading up to Tim's office after this, and we're going to go get a game in. So. Yeah,
well, my record of most points using the pre-constructed decks still stands, so you've got to beat my 93,000. Right?
93,000, is that's an entire game?
It was a 93 and change, yeah. For the
I got 44,000 and change in one hand once, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, you guys must be pretty good, because I remember a game where Bill Martinson only got 1 point.
For the entire game?
For the entire game.
What's the smallest hand win, and who had that one?
Well, one of our play testers ended up scoring 124 points and 123 points in one hand.
Just 120?
Yeah, and winning the hand with 123 points. So
that seems very odd to me, but
everybody out there is wondering what we're talking about. Right?
93,000 points. I tore them up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. In fact, we've been so pleased with the Tribbles game that we've decided to make it as a multiplayer
and that's
option.
What the 4-player box set is.
The 4-player box set will include 4 pre-constructed decks of just Tribbles cards, so that people who like playing the game, which is just about everybody,
right,
can have enough decks and enough Tribbles cards to have their family and friends play, because it's
cool.
just that kind of game.
That'll work out. Okay.
Excellent.
Of course, a lot of people are going to have some questions about the set at large as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Do you have any juicy tidbits that you might be able to share with us?
Well, a couple. We're including main characters from the old series. First time we've been able to do that in any quantity. We've done Kirk as a preview, and we had a couple of Scotty and reprints, guest appearances. But it was a lot of fun working with the old series characters. They look really cool on on the cards. One little thing about the set that I'm sure some people are going to enjoy is that there is a new 3 affiliation character.
3 affiliation?
Yeah.
Like Talera in the Fadro collection?
Yeah, there's a personnel that has 3 different affiliation icons, but...
Must have a really short name, whoever it is.
There's all sorts of tricks you can do on a card.
I see. Okay. How about other favorites in the set? Things that you maybe personally worked on a lot and enjoyed?
Well, I like the the Chula card.
Chula Dilemmas?
Yeah, see, that's a Freudian slip. I like the Tribbles, too. I think there's some interesting dilemmas in the set. I think the personnel, like I said, the interesting aspect of having the old series characters coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think we tried to handle that in a way that doesn't pollute, the current game environment, current timeline. There's some time travel involved,
right.
Obviously, with getting them into play. But it just feels right. It just looks good having those guys on blue cards.
Well, good.
And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good. Well,
cool.
It sounds like we've got a lot to look forward to then.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get some of those cards in play. Of course, that's the way we are with every set. We look at it for so long, and then we get to a point to where, it's just like, oh, we just want to see them on a nice slick card, and we want to put them in our deck. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of excitement about the set because of the different things that it offers.
Mm-hmm. Well, sounds really great. Thanks for taking the time to talk about it with us.
No problem.
Thanks very much, and we'll see you in a few minutes upstairs, man.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
Bye-bye.
To everybody else out there, thanks for listening to us. We'll be back with another Radio Free Decipher next week.
Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Easy. Bye.